This is Big Guy Barbecue. For those that are returning, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Richard Cook, and I'm a veteran with a passion for all things barbecue. Today we are smoking a brisket Texas style. We're using the Char-Griller Grand Champ XD with post oak, and then trying something a little different and finishing off overnight in the oven. Let's light it up. As you can see here, I've got the brisket all trimmed up. Cut out a lot of this fat here so it'll render down correctly. Trimmed off the top here. You want to go to about 1/4 of an inch. Leave it on the top so you guys got a couple of thin places, but that's all right. Just trimmed it up really nice. Now we're going to season it up with some salt and pepper garlic. We're going to do the kinder. This turned out really good the other day when I did it. So the kinder salt, pepper, garlic, that turned out really good. So that's what we're going to use today. And we're going to give it a nice, generous coating on here. This turned out, like I said, had a nice buttery kind of flavor to it on the beef we did the other day, the eye round. Make sure we get all the sides here. Get in this little cavity. All right. And like I said, we're gonna cook this today at about 225, 250. And I'm gonna try something a little different today. I'm gonna actually go through, and once we're done to the point where I'm gonna wrap it, I'm gonna finish it off in the oven and see how that goes. But we're gonna let this sit for a little while, let this get nice and wet, soak it in. We're gonna flip it over, finish seasoning the rest, and then we're gonna go outside and get it on the smoker with kinder, salt, pepper, and garlic. All my trims here I'm gonna saving for later. I'm actually gonna bag those up and vacuum seal them, and that'll be what I'm making some sausage out of here soon. So be on the lookout for that video. All right, that's all I've got. And we're gonna get ready for this brisket to get on the smoker. Thank you. Okay, grill's up to temp. Running just below 250 on this side, a little over 250 on that side. Middle gauge temperature's running a little high, but that's okay. I think it'll be fine because it's way, on this side of the point, it's kind of right about here where that fire's coming up over the outside of the water pot. So I'm going to put the brisket on now. That'll get it going. We're going to try to keep it around 225, between 200 and 250, and around 225, and we'll go from there. All right, it's a good sized brisket. Of course, I always put the flat back here. Towards this part, we're going to put the point towards the part more close to the fire, and that's where we're going to run it at. So, like I said, so the fatter part here, the point is going to be this way. I cook fat side up. That's just the way I do it. Smoke's going to come this way, come across the brisket, get nice bark going up the chimney, out the door. So, all right, let's get this closed up. Now it's going to be a few hours before I come out and check it to see how it's going, see if it's dried out, see if it needs any spritzing, and if it does, we'll go from there. But other than that, it's going to be a little bit while, and we'll come back and check on it here for a little bit. All right, see you in a few. All right, it's been about 4 hours since the brisket's on. I'm going to check it and see if it needs any spritzing and how it's going. Let's open up this grill. All right, it's looking a little dry there in a couple places. We're gonna give it a little spritz. All right. Well, that just about does it. I think it's still good to go. We'll slap it back in. It's running about 149 degrees, so we still got a little bit before it's time to wrap it up and get it going then. All right, it's just been a little over 8 hours. It's getting dark out. It's been dark out for a while. I've been checking the temperature of the brisket for a little bit. And what you're really looking for is color and temperature. And that color is looking pretty good. I'm gonna check a couple spots here with my thermopen. 168. A little bit hotter here on the tip. Yeah, that's ready to come off. Okay, it's got a good color, good bark. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off and get it ready. We're gonna wrap it. We're gonna do something a little different this time. We're gonna go through and we're gonna take it and I'm gonna actually finish it out in the oven. I haven't done this before, so we'll see how it goes. Man, it's looking really good. Got a little juice there, that little hole. We'll pour that out just a little bit. That brisket's looking really nice. Good color on this side. Bark's looking like it's really nice and fat. All right, we're gonna take it inside. We're gonna wrap it up, and then we're gonna finish it off in the oven. Okay, the brisket's ready to be wrapped, so I'm gonna take a couple pieces of butcher paper here, and I'm actually gonna get some apple cider vinegar on here. And what it does is it makes the almost out. It makes the paper just a little more pliable. Now, I like wrapping in butcher paper. Some people like doing it in aluminum foil. I think aluminum foil kind of makes the bark a little more wet. I think the butcher paper kind of saves it. Let's drink some of that juice off there. I think it kind of saves it a little bit more and saves your bark just a little bit. So, all right, we're gonna wrap this up. Remember, the biggest thing is just make sure we keep it tight. Come on. All right. You know what? Let's start this over just a little bit. We all make mistakes. Not a big deal. Let's pull these ends over here just a little bit more. I think that'll help us out just a little bit. Probably could use just a little bit more width here. Let's use a little more width here. There we go. I think that's going to be a little bit better. All right, we're going to fold these up and over. Okay. All right. Next thing, like I said, you want to make sure you try to keep it as tight as you can. There you go, that'll help protect your bark. And once again, we are fat side up, always fat side up. Okay, now I'm gonna put this in the oven. I'm actually put my temperature gauge through here, through the paper, which you can, to keep an eye on it. That way I'm gonna set an alarm for it, so when it does get to the temperature, it'll start kicking off alarms and wake me up out of the sleep. So, all right, that's all we've got. I'm gonna throw it in the oven. We'll see you guys here in a little bit. Okay, our brisket has cooked overnight, finished up in the oven. It was in there for about 6 hours, got to 205, pulled it out and put it in a heat bag. It has now been resting for about 4.5 hours. We're gonna unwrap it and see how we did. And so what moisture we have. You see here, the paper is just all soaked. All the good juices are all in it. Oh, look at that. Ooh, it looks real good. Take that away here. You see, pretty jiggly. Yeah, that's looking really good. I'm really nice. I'm really happy about this. So I'm gonna pull this glove off. So use the knife. All right, here we go. You see, nice and juicy. I'm doing no squeezing, and you just see the kind of juice pour out there. Wow. And same thing with this side, flat side. Really nice and juicy. Juices are pouring out. I'm not squeezing at all. Let's cut it up just a little bit more. Now I got. So I wanted to show you guys. Wipe off this hand real quick, just to get grease off. Make a couple cuts. All right, come back here. It's looking really good. It's cutting very easily. Knife's actually doing a really good job. All right, as you see here, it's cutting through good. It's got a pretty decent smoke ring here on the bottom. Nice tender test. You can see it bending over. It just kind of pulls apart. Now the taste test. Taste is really good. The SPG there from Tyndall worked very well. Has very good taste, very good bite. I am very, very happy with how this turned out. So, all right, well, that's it for this brisket. I want to thank everybody here for watching. Like I said, please, down in the comments, let me know what you thought, and we'll talk to everybody later.
If you enjoyed this video, slap that like button and then throw a comment in below to let me know what you thought or what you'd like to see me cook up next. If you're feeling a little froggy, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss when fresh content is loaded. If it's late and that little voice in the back of your head is saying go to bed, tell it to shut the hell up and then watch one of the videos linked here. That voice is not the boss of you. Pop Smoke!